Good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take a residence and leave the rest for someone else, okay? Tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated as well, okay? All right. Today we are tapping into the energy of Mercury in the fourth house. Okay. So in your birth chart, if you've ever had a birth chart reading, you would know that we're all some of this and some of that. Okay. You can also download a birth chart app to find out your birth chart. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, we're not stingy with information. No, we're not. Okay. And so today we're tapping to the energy of Mercury in the fourth house. Okay. If you have Mercury in your fourth house placement. Okay. And I received a download and something about family. So when I think about the fourth house, and then I got the download of family, okay, someone could have a strong connection with their family. You know, the fourth house is about, how, your life is shaped, things you have experienced, from a small child, from a seed onto an adult, and how the things that you experience can possibly shape or form your life, the outcome of the things you have experienced or observed in life when we think about the fourth house placement, okay? And then the Mercury energy, the Mercury energy, has a lot of energy of expression, okay? And so I'm picking up on the energy of someone, with this family download who is very close knit with their family, okay? So much so, I'm not picking up on any negative energy, but I'm picking up on a family that is close knit, very close with each other, but someone has Mercury in their fourth house, and the impressions or the imprints that were left on them from their childhood throughout young adult onto adulthood. They've had some not so great moments, but they've had more positive moments, more good moments than bad. And I'm picking up on someone's energy who is very grateful and thankful for, their upbringing. Doesn't matter whom raised them, whether you were adopted, whether, you were raised by your mother and father. You could also be someone who was raised in a single home. But I'm picking up also you appreciate and you were also able to observe in your upbringing that doesn't matter whether it was a two-parent home, single-parent home, you were raised by Nana, grandma, your aunt, or if you were adopted, okay, you recognize that your parental figure did the best that they could do at the time, okay? Life was not perfect, but you recognize, and especially now that you are an adult, you recognize that your parental figure, your guardians, your parents, whomever raised you, did the best they can, and they gave you a lot of love. There was a lot of love, in this household. I'm also seeing someone who gives a lot of hugs, a family that likes to hug, okay? Kisses on the forehead, very affectionate with each other, very supportive, okay? And it doesn't matter whether you've had a large family or a small family. You appreciate, your parents, the way, what they taught you, how they provided for you, but you extremely appreciate it more now that you are an adult. And I'm picking up on energy of someone very well balanced, okay? You're not someone who is bitter. You don't hold any resentment towards anyone. You are grateful and thankful. And it's the fact that now that you are an adult and you have your own responsibilities, you are able to see and recognize, what it means to have a hardship, what it means to make sure you're balancing the checkbook, what it means to provide for a family and do it consistently. And so you have a better understanding and you're so appreciative, whomever you are. Your energy is beautiful. Hello, collective. Okay. And so the first card we have here is the Eight of Wands energy. The Eight of Wands is information or news coming in. And so at this time, collective, you could be experiencing some kind of unexpected prosperity headed your way. I'm hearing promotion. This could be a job promotion. Maybe you applied for a position at the company or brand or whatever job you work for. Maybe you didn't hear anything. You thought it would go to someone else, but Spirit is saying you're going to get that promotion. Or you can have some unexpected money money headed your way, some kind of, if not money, some kind of unexpected prosperity. This is something that is going to push you forward, okay? All right, and you're going to be jumping for joy, okay, when you receive this information. You're going to be up and running and very glad and thankful, okay? Because you're very appreciative, because you're holding no resentment, in your heart, okay? This energy here, I'm picking up on someone. This is who they are authentically, okay? They're not fake, they're not phony. You could be someone who has a beautiful smile. People could always tell you this, I like your smile. Your smile is beautiful. So much so that maybe someone may have, or some people may assume you're being fake. But no, this is really their energy, collective. This is really your energy. You're very grateful. You're just a grateful person. And because of your gratitude, you have not allowed the experiences in life to keep you stagnant. It's like favor is being directed in your path in different ways. If it's not money, it's a job opportunity. If it's not a job opportunity, it's being in a healthy love connection, whether you're married or dating, okay, engaged, just constantly opportunity being pushed in your direction. You could be looking to purchase your first home, first time home buyer situation, and everything just runs smoothly, very lots of harmony and cohesiveness in your business transaction. Yeah, you get approved, for loans you apply for, things just run well for you. And people that know you observe this about you. This could be, you could be the topic of conversation and not even know it. Okay. You're not arrogant. You're not confident. You're just someone who's very grateful. And because you are grateful and it's authentic, and then, good things are pushed in your direction. And, it's not your fault, tell them, blame it on the gratitude. Okay. But, yes, this fourth house energy, all that you have endured, observed, and experienced, it's very positive. Okay. I mean, even I'm also hearing, even if there were days where you only had beans and rice for dinner, I see someone not growing up 20, 30 years later, going around telling people, "Oh, we ate beans and rice." No, I see someone having conversation. "Oh, I sure miss those beans and rice Big Mama used to cook. Oh, I sure miss when we used to, you know how to deliver things like butter, okay? And it's not phony. So you're just very grateful and thankful. And Spirit is saying stay in the energy that you are in. The next card we have here is the Seven of Coins, okay? And as you see, the fruit is being picked from the tree here, okay? And so you will have, the opportunity because of your energy and your gratitude. You will have options. The seeds that you plant do flourish, okay? They do harvest. And that's why you're always in the energy of being able to reap. When something occurs in your life, you're very resourceful. You're able to resolve the issue, Spirit is saying. And this could also be a conversation. There are many people having conversations about you, collective, but it's positive though. They're just saying, wow, every time I look up, they're doing something good. Every time I look up, they're winning again. They're winning again. But it's your energy, okay? You've cracked the code. You get it, about the matrices, about, life here on the planet Earth. You get it. You have cracked the code. You're not going around complaining. You're not giving yourself negative pity talk, okay? But your family is very close knit. I'm seeing a family once again who does a lot of hugging. You support each other. If there's nieces and nephews in the family, you support each other. If somebody have an event, the whole family is showing up. Very supportive, very close knit. Lots of love and compassion in this family. Everyone is from different backgrounds. Some people don't have a positive, experience with their family or upbringing. I'm pretty sure there are many of us that have different stories, but this energy here is simply beautiful. It's got me smiling ear to ear. Okay. A very loving, close knit family, very supportive, and it's genuine. It is genuine. The next card we have here is the Seven of Cups, okay? We got the Seven of Cups and Seven of Coins, okay? You have all these options so much. You're clutching your pearls. You're like, I got all these choices, and I don't know which one to choose. That's because the work that you've put in, the seeds that you have planted, being grateful, being thankful, seeing the cup half full instead of seeing it half empty, not complaining, not accusing accusing anyone of giving you a negative imprint, looking back 20 or 30 years of something that happened in your past and leaning on it as a crutch, okay? And if there is something that happened that wasn't so great, I don't see you focusing on that. It's not coming up here in a read. It's just beautiful energy. It's just beautiful energy, okay? The next card we have here is the King of Swords. And so, male or female, this King of Swords energy is someone who is able to stand their ground, someone who is in the energy of a leader. If you're not an entrepreneur, you could be respected as a leader. As I said, people are having lots of conversation about you. You're the topic of discussion, but it's positive energy. People are wondering how and why and how and why. They are amazed at you, amazed at the outcome of you and your life, okay? They are amazed, okay? They know that your family is close knit, but when people think about their life, or maybe where they're at now, and they compare, even though we shouldn't, it happens. I'm picking up, they compare themselves and just say, wow, okay? Maybe your family were known in the neighborhood where you were raised. You probably were known for being close knit. I'm here, nobody mess with them, okay? Nobody mess with you. Nobody bullied y'all because they knew the whole family would come out the house and get with them. Okay, but yes, this energy here, this King of Swords represent you standing your ground when necessary, but doing it in a proper way. I've heard it time and time again, and today I really understand it. I've heard someone tell me that there's many ways that you can fight, and you don't always have to fight with your hands. I've heard that more than once. And so this energy here with this King of Swords is what I'm picking up. You're someone who knows how to defend yourself, protect yourself, and stand your ground. And you don't even have to throw your hands. You don't even have to raise your voice. You can stay relaxed and do nothing at all, and it is taken care of. You're magical. You're empowered like that. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. So much so that we're closing out with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is one cup from the 10. And so you see the bliss, you see her, you see her, you see the happiness, you see that glow, you see that glow. Okay, so this is you propelling yourself forward and enjoying life, moving ahead, okay? And I'm also picking up someone might write a book. Maybe you have it on your mind that you want to write a book about your life, maybe about your upbringing. Maybe it's going to be a self-help book. You could be a motivational speaker. Maybe you want to help other people and encourage them how to move forward in life, how to thrive, and as well as, just being positive. I'm picking up someone's going to write a book about being positive. Okay. All right. So, or even a motivational speaker. Okay. So this is beautiful energy here. So this concludes the read for anyone who has Mercury in the fourth house. Later.